Absolutely.
他问呢，我们去用它、应用它的意思是代表一个人的皈依臣服，就是越来臣服的越多，绝对是这样子的。
I wrote an offering to Prabhupada.
我曾经写了这个Prabhupada的
Quite
祷
a
文。
number of years ago now, where I developed this thought about how Prabhupada taught us how to surrender.
那我写的那一篇已经好几年之前了。那我写到就是说，我当时有个领悟，就是说，他教导我们怎么样来臣服。
Maybe I could find it.
现在找也许会
Because
看
there are a
到。
couple of thoughts in it that were quite nice, exactly to the point. Exactly to the point. Because surrender is not just a one-off thing. It's not something that you do once. Or even before.
臣服呢是很包括一切的，不是说只是一个事件或是一个片段而已。它就像启迪，也不是那一点而已，是整个程序。
Life is constructed in such a way that you have to continue to surrender moment by moment.
一个奉献者必须持续的去臣服。那这样他的生命呢，才是建设性的，就是每一刻、每一分、每一秒呢，他时时都是往前在臣服的。
Anyway, I'm going to try to find this. I hope it doesn't take too long. So, Hare-Krishna.
那么Maharaj就试着找出他之前写的那个祷文。
I think it was actually fairly nicely put, and I think it was a complete answer to her question.
那篇刚好呢是那么好的结构，可能正好可以回答他所问的。
Bear with me just for a minute.
请大家稍微忍一下，忍耐我一下。
Yeah, time for commercial. Set it in the stretch.
大家可以
No, but once we lose this magical moment and everybody starts to do their social thing, we'll never get it back. So better just try to get it here.
所以大家就正好是有这个意境，所以我们大家不要放松，不然当然又大家吸收不回来。
I have all the offerings in one file. I just have to remember which year it was. You're not going to believe this. I just found it. The first one I opened.
你们是没办法相信。
You're empowered.
你的力量。我正好一翻就翻到了。
This is why we carry this around, because we don't have the same ability to access directly.
这就是为什么我要带着电脑，我们没有那个完全的能力可以带记着所有东西。
It's not so long, but it's a really nice idea about how Prabhupada taught us how to surrender throughout his life.
这篇呢刚好不会太长，但是
Is this okay if I do this? Is this okay? Is it not going to take too much time?
这样可以吗？会不会用大家的时间占走你的时间？时间很多。Plenty of time.
Okay, good.
欢迎Welcome.
So this is my offering to Srila Prabhupada in 2005.
这是在2005年的时候，我对Prabhupada的这个祷文哈。
7 years ago.
等于是7年之前。
Okay, Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurava Charming I feel like I'm at Guru Puja. I'm at Vasa Puja. Okay.
现在好像在对Prabhupada的显现日做这个庆祝。
The life of Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Ashratara Sri Srimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada is a spiritual gem with unlimited facets, all radiating effulgent transcendental bliss to every corner of the universe.
圣恩 A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami 这个超然的灵魂呢，是所以具有无数 光灿美丽的灵性珠宝，所有的在这个它的存在，让世界每个角度都发放光芒。
Sorry. I stand on the shore of the ever-expanding ocean of knowledge and devotion contained within the library of transcendental literature he munificently left for human society, and I beg for a drop of that ocean.
我站在这个无限扩展、持续扩展的知识的海洋，跟在这知识的海洋里面是充满了超然的这个经典，就像一个无数宽广的图书馆一样。我站在这个海岸边呢，我诚恳的祈祷，就是在这无限海洋知识的海洋的仁慈里面，我可以得到这里面的一滴。
The Vedas describe that even if a person could calculate the number of atoms in the universe, he could not count the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
在《维达经》里面描述的，即使一个人他可以去数，把这个宇宙中所有的原子有多少可以数出来的话呢，这种情况还比不上说一个人可以去描述至尊人格守身的荣耀是多么的多，多么的宽。
How then can such an ignorant, sinful creature as I describe the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Servitor Godhead, Srila Prabhupada, a full manifestation of the unlimited mercy of the Lord?
像我这么样愚昧无知的人，怎么有可能来描述至尊人格守神的一个仆人，他的这么超然的荣耀跟逍遥时光？
Every instant of Srila Prabhupada's life was a spiritual instruction on how to know and love Krishna.
在帕乌帕的生命里面，每一个情况、每一个事件，都是让我们知道怎么样来爱 Krishna。
It is not possible to describe.
那是不可能来描述的。
I simply pray for the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, for the strength and intelligence to continue.
我只能来祈祷，得到抛帕的仁慈，得到力量跟智慧，让我继续往前。
Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 4:11, Yeyatam mam prapadyante tang tataiva bhajamyaham. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly.
就 Krishna 在波切梵歌的第4篇第11节里面说，只要你向我来臣服我会来保护你的。
Later in the Gita 7:14, the Lord elaborates, Daivyesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. This divine energy of mine, consisting of the 3 modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it.
然后 Krishna 在第7章的第14节继续说呢，我的这个能量呢，神圣能量呢，包括物质自然的3种属性是很难克服的，但是那些向我臣服的人呢，就很容易去跨越这。
And in the final chapter, 1866, the Lord concludes, Sarvadharma Prichaja, Mamekam Sharanam Aham Tvam Saprapapevyo, Mokshi Shamimashuja. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear.
然后在波切梵歌最后一章的第18章第66节，主又继续结论了，就是放弃所有的宗教，只要来向我臣服，我会解救你们，不要害怕。
A materialist never strives for surrender.
一个物质主义者从来不会想要去所谓臣服皈依。
He or she equates surrender. He or she equates surrender with suffering, something you do when you lose a war. He equates surrender with suffering.
一个人在 臣服或投降的时候，是带着痛苦的投降。这是当你所谓你失败了，你打败，在战争里面你打败，你就是痛苦的去投降。
For such a person to surrender to anyone is difficult. What to speak of God?
对于一个在战败的人要去投降，都已经是很难了，那更何况对一般人要去向神来臣服皈依的。
And surrender to God is especially difficult because it demands that we relinquish our material conceptions.
然后向神来臣服呢，是更困难的，因为这代表我们要把我们的物质欲望、物质存在销毁。
And those material conceptions are the very basis of life in this world.
那这些物质概念是我们在这个物质世界里面生存的很基本的概念。
If God exists, He is eternally superior, and I am eternally subordinate, a thought repugnant to the materialistic mind, which is always looking for a way to achieve supremacy over others.
那这种概念呢，神是永远是高高在上的至尊，那我是永远是附属的。那对物质主义者来讲，这是很大的一种打击，因为在物质世界里面，每个人都想当头，都想当至尊。
Considering all this, is it too much? I see everybody's restless and looking around. This is not easy to keep. It's not easy to stay focused when it gets deep like this.
他说大家是不是坐立不安？是不是讲太多了？
This is a deep
他说
essay.
这个是很深入的，可能不容易专
This
注
is。a deep
讲
essay.
到心里面。
She said, touched the heart.
Are you still with me?
你还跟我在一起吗？
Okay? I conclude, considering all this, I conclude that Srila Prabhupada's example of how to be successful and happy throughout life, through the process of surrender, was the essence of his pastimes.
所以呢，我要来结论的话呢，去想到这一切呢，就是像我们要得到快乐，我们是成功呢，就是这个程序，就像抛他一生都是在不断的臣服的过程里。
The first point is that everything comes from surrender
第
to
一，
Krishna.
第一
Because
点，
as we surrender to Him, He rewards us accordingly.
这个第一点就是说，我们一切呢都是从向 Krishna 臣服开始，然后 Krishna 会依据我们臣服的程度来回应我们。
In other words, in the process of surrender, we are never the losers.
换句话说，在臣服的程序里面，我们永远不会是输家。
Remember what I said? Use it or lose it.
所以听得懂啊？我说的就是
So
说
if we're
你
surrendered, we don't lose it.
如
We
果，
use it.
所以我们在臣服的过程，我们不会是输家，是我们可以是应用到了。
Those who spent time with Srila Prabhupada,
那些
those who spent time with Srila Prabhupada will readily testify that one astounding feature of his daily life was how effortlessly he seemed to do things, even amidst the most trying of circumstances.
那些曾经跟 Prabhupada 亲自在一起的人都可以这样来证明 ，Prabhupada 虽然有时候面对很大的挑战或困难，可是好像呢，他是不费吹灰之力就轻易的就解决了。
And he faced tremendous obstacles,
Prabhupada 是面对非常巨大的障碍，
an uncooperative family,
然后还有所谓不合作的家庭，
failure of his business,
他家里的生意失败了，
breakdown of his health,
他身体的状况瓦解，
theft of his manuscripts,
哦，
theft of his manuscripts,
他手稿里面的被偷走了。
legal battles over property,
就是在为庙建地的这个土地的纷争，在法律上的所谓争议，
infighting amongst his leaders,
然后在所谓团体里面的领袖、领导人们之间的争斗，
a gigantic burden of management,
然后这个整个团体这么巨大的所谓组织的领导的责任的压力，
sabotage by his godbrothers,
然后 他的灵性兄弟们的侮辱。
To name but a few.
如果说那么多人来说几个吧。
Through all that, Srila Prabhupada remained positive and cheerful, undaunted in his affectionate remembrance of Sri Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the instructions of his beloved Guru Maharaj.
然后经历那么多种障碍困难，但是他还是保持那种开朗轻怀的笑容，然后还是忠诚的对着他的灵性导师，对着Krishna， 对着主Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 是这样子的忠心耿耿。
And how can we be sure of that? That he did that?
我们怎么样来确定他是真的这么做了？
Because that's all he ever talked about.
因为这一切都是他曾经说的。
While working tirelessly to overcome the hindrances to spreading Krishna consciousness single-handedly, he thought and talked of Krishna more and more. And as he did, his victory and opulence increased more and more.
我们怎么看到呢？就是说，他时时刻刻都在说着 Krishna， 谈着 Krishna， 然后这么做，然后看到他的成就是越来越多，得到的所谓的富裕啊，或者是说里面的结果呢是越来越多，就是这个胜利的果实看得很明显。
Sentimentalists attribute this phenomenon to some special mystic power in Srila Prabhupada, or to some inherent difference between him and themselves.
那一些感情用事的人就说呢，Prabhupada 呢可能有什么秘功他有什么神秘的灵通，然后才有这种结果。
Burdened by this misconception, they resort to new philosophies or spiritual methods that infiltrate materially concocted ideas into the path of spiritual advancement in the name of dovetailing material propensities according to time and circumstance.
那一些呢，他们把Prabhupada认为是神通或是跟他们不一样的人呢，就是看到他的成就呢，就自己组成另外一个方法或是另外一个团体，然后呢，去变成一种所谓教派之中的问题，然后把人们呢原来的物质倾向就是带的更加物质倾向。
Instead of gaining an uncompromised victory by following in Srila Prabhupada's footsteps, they take the path of least resistance and compromise, which usually means to stop preaching.
那一些人呢，他们呢就不跟Prabhupada做法一样，就是他们不想那么严格，时时刻刻这么严谨的去做呢，他们就放宽他的标准，然后不去传教。
But Srila Prabhupada attributed his success to something very simple, that he did not adulterate the message of Krishna or of his Guru.
那Prabhupada的成功是很独特的，他是不去所谓扭曲或是改变这个 Krishna 的教导。
He responded to the challenges of life by remaining surrendered to the will of a spiritual master, strict in his devotional practices, and uncompromised in his preaching and cultural activities.
他是非常严谨的，他得到这么别人不能打败他的胜利呢，他是很严谨的遵随灵性导师的训示
And through all that, he was always positive, cheerful, and undaunted, even when forced to wait for opportunities to preach.
即便呢，有些时候他要等待机会来传教呢，但是他总是保持正面的态度，然后总是保持开朗的笑容。
By studying the life of this liberated soul, we will gain the courage and strength required to surrender to his example and his precepts.
然后我们好好的去研究这样纯粹的这个灵魂这样子的一生的话，我们可以得到一个例子跟模范可以去学。
The second point is that the process of surrender is ongoing.
第二点就是说，臣服的这个程序呢，是一直持续在进行的。
This stresses your point correctly. Not that we surrender once and everything is finished.
不是我们只要投降、臣服一次，然后一切都没事了。
Srila Prabhupada showed us that the call for surrender goes on to the very end.
那泡泡展示给我们，也是告诉我们，这个要我们臣服的这个事情呢，是一直到我们这一生走完都持续都有。
The statement, "As all surrender, I reward them accordingly," implies a series of examinations, the last and most arduous of which is death.
那主所说的呢，根据一个人所皈依臣服的程度呢，我来回报这个人，这个程序呢是一直会发生在我们身上，一直到我们死亡那一刻，到最后这个最大的一个考验。
Incapacitated by infirmity in his last days, Srila Prabhupada still cared for us like a loving father, concerned that each newly arrived devotee had sufficient prasad and adequate accommodations.
然后呢，泡帕他那么自己这么辛苦的一直走到最后一口气，但是呢，即便对新的到来的人，他还是非常关心他们进来有没有好好的荣耀 prasad， 他们有没有好好的给他们什么地方啊，什么设施。
I have personal experience of this, that's why I wrote it, because I came to Vrindavan just a month or a little bit less than a month before Srila Prabhupada left, and when I came into his room, that's exactly what he did. Did you have prasad? Are you? And he was on his deathbed.
那我会这么写，是因为我直接有这样的经历到，在泡帕临终前的一段时间，我从美国飞到这个文达文那边，那泡帕已经在他的病床最后那几口气的时候，他看到我的时候还是这样问我说：“你有没有 prasad 呢？你现在住的地方好不好啊？你现在怎么样？”这样关心着。
He reciprocated with affection upon seeing us, and with enthusiasm upon hearing news of any preaching success.
他还是那么关心，非常有感情，这样挚爱的关心我们，而且去询问，而且他非常高兴听到我们传教的成功。
By this indescribable display of love, Srila Prabhupada prepared us for a lifetime of dedication to the moment-to-moment process of surrender, which will continue until our last breath.
像泡泡这样很多我们无法嘴巴描述出来的那么多的特质，他一生一样一样的事情，让他必须臣服，一直臣服，一直到他最后一口气的这个模范。
And with his last breath, Srila Prabhupada showed us exactly what to do. He chanted Hare-Krishna.
然后到他最后一口气，泡泡也展示出，也是我们应该要做到，就是即使到最后一口气，也是念诵 Hare-Krishna。
Another point is that surrender is for everyone, regardless of his or her social position.
另外换句话说呢，臣服这个情况呢，不管是男的、女的，或是一个人的社会背景是怎么样，这是每个人都必须要臣服的。
Srila Prabhupada passed through all the ashrams, and in each he surrendered to Krishna by following the instructions of Shastra.
那泡帕他曾经经历不同的不同的社会阶段，然后他也是每一个社会阶段都是根据 Krishna 的训示来臣服，根据经典的训示来臣服。
In his student life, he surrendered to his superiors, his father and mother, and his teachers.
在他学生生活的阶段呢，他向他的老师、向他的父母亲来臣服。
When the time came to marry and he wanted a prettier wife, he surrendered to the advice of his father and rejected the idea.
然后当他结婚的阶段呢，他本来喜欢一个更漂亮的女孩，但是他向他的父亲的意见臣服，他娶了一个父亲所建议的女孩。
But even at such an early age, he did not surrender blindly. He did the needful to complete his studies and earn his degree, but he rejected the impersonal teachings of some of his professors.
即使呢，在这样所谓不完美的阶段呢，他还是继续臣服他的职责，他还是继续去求学，是为了他在社会上立足呢，需要有一个学历，可以找到好的工作。但是他后来拒绝的部分是，他不愿意接受那非人格主义的教导。
In the Grihastha ashram, he surrendered to his prescribed duty of maintaining the family.
在他居士的生活阶段呢，他向他的居士的职责来臣服，来维持他的家庭。
He followed the religious principle of working honestly, even at the expense of his business.
然后呢，他在 跟随这个职责去做，就是宗教职责去做，即使说他在生意方面也是跟着这个他责任去做。
He followed the regulative principles without deviation with his wife, remaining loyal to her and the children.
然后在他的居士生活里面，他也是跟随规范守则，对他的妻子、孩子们还是忠诚、忠心的。
And after receiving initiation from his spiritual master, he demonstrated perfect surrender to Guru by vigorously preaching, despite the lack of support from family members.
然后到他传教阶段的时候，他是非常勇敢的。活泼的出来传教，即使没有家人的协助，他还是不顾一切的努力。
Guru and Gauranga came first, even in his household affairs. Thus, when family life became an impediment to his devotional service, he took up the retired life of Vanaprastha.
所以呢，灵性导师跟主 Gauranga 的出现呢，让他的生涯有个改变，他的家庭生活变成是障碍，所以他脱离他的家庭，成为一个出家的托钵僧出来。
In the Vanaprastha ashram, he performed severe austerities, foregoing even proper dress and lodging while carrying on with the spiritual duties of studying, writing, publishing, distributing books.
在他的Vanaprastha 的阶段，就是云游僧的阶段，他是经历很大的苦行，一个人那么努力的继续把经典呢去研读出来，然后翻译出来，然后去让它印刷，然后让它派发出来。
Finally, when his spiritual master called him to renounce, despite feeling reluctant, he once again surrendered and accepted the renounced order.
然后呢？到他灵性导师要他来弃绝就是出家完全的弃绝的时候，虽然他很不愿意，但是他还是向他灵性导师的训示来臣服。
As a sannyasi, he made the supreme sacrifice and renounced residence in Vrindavan,
然后
the most comfortable atmosphere for a sannyasi.
当他是散雅西的时候呢，他就更大的臣服，就是他甚至要弃绝留在Vrindavan，因为Vrindavan对一个散雅西来讲是一个非常好的情境跟气氛留在那里，但是他也放弃臣服了。
He surrendered again to the order of his spiritual master, and at great personal inconvenience, in his old age, traveled and preached to save the world.
然后呢，他在这么年纪大的时候，还是向灵性导师的训示臣服，离开Vrindavan到这个世界各地去传教。
And he remained steady in the discharge of his higher duties.
而他还是那么规律的来进行他的职责，那么沉重的责任，年纪这么大，他还是很规律的进行这个职责。